Oh, all right, guys. This is going to be your, what is it, 50, 16, 17 maybe point FAQ for this Dy-Nastiest of Nasty Leagues. For this new Dynasty League we're rocking. Okay, this is going to be long term. So essentially I'm looking for 3-year commitments from anybody who joins. We're probably, only looking at $25 a year, much like most leagues I do already. Because the layout of the league and the way it operates, I feel we can fit more teams. You only start one running back. And with that, that's usually the big thing in larger leagues is there's not enough running backs to go around. So the layout will probably be 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and then people are blowing up. And then 3 flex. We could change it to 2 flex. I think 3 flex is probably the right number though. I did some rough numbers and we were right around starting quality players. If we ran for 16 owners, I think we'd be right at a good spot for being able to have enough legit players who still play and get some good PT and get some good points. That being said, superstars are going to run the league. So it's important to be able to build a good team. Like the 25 to 28 man rosters, absolutely huge rosters. Could be, we have 14 teams already on the books. Could have 16 or 18 if we wanted to go that high. I'm talking to a couple people. I think the likelihood that we hit 16 is 40%. The reason rosters can also be big is because we're probably, because everyone I talk to, like nobody has said they don't want to do this yet. Most Dynasty Leagues I've read about roll with IDP, which is independent defensive players. So instead of having the Cincinnati Bengals defense, now you would have, hi Jonah, you would now have individual players. So you could draft Geno Atkins and Takeo Spikes. Does he still play? Hi Jonesy. And Richard Sherman. You could have all those guys. And the way I would do it is I would look at the top 10 scores at each position and I would lay them out so that we can get a consistent scoring from all of them. Because I don't want, the thing I want to avoid, generally speaking in IDP leagues, tackles rule the day. And I don't want people to just load up on linebackers. And then, so since a guy has 3 linebackers starting, another guy has a D lineman, a linebacker, and a DB, that he gets beat in defense enough that it justifies the total win for that week. That being said, everything matters, every point matters, and it all should lead to building a good team that allows you to win. That being said, I don't want the 25 overall linebacker to score more points than the top 5 DB or top 5 defensive linemen. I just don't think it makes sense. So I'm going to try to make it as consistent as possible. That being said, linebackers will probably score a little bit more. But as long as it's just like the top 25 that are scoring arced in their direction, you know what I'm saying. You get me. I'm going to move on. We will have 2 drafts. Every year we will have 2 drafts. I think every year. Definitely the first year. We'll start off with a rookie draft in which we will do probably 4 rounds of rookies. They have their own pay grade. You put the amount of years you want on them. No player goes above 5 years ownership, period. This first year at least. We can extend that in future years if we feel the need to, but in case some of these owners disappear, I don't want to have a team to try to give to somebody that's absolutely in the crapper because somebody put a bunch of 6-year deals on some old players because they were trying to make a run at players and ended up doing something they shouldn't have and made it impossible for us to move. So the rookie draft will, I think it's like the first overall. There's a whole layout on the site, on the Pro Board site, and it will be on the ESPN site as well. The ESPN site, I should get into this now. ESPN site will operate as our primary motor for running the league during regular season. It will work hand in hand, probably 70-30 with the Pro Board site, but the Pro Board site is where we're going to do things like the rookie draft and the second player and rookie drafts moving forward, because there's no point in having a live draft next year whenever I have a team of 25 guys, we'll say 25, and only 7 available spots available to me because 4 of them are going to be, I have 7 contracts that expire next year. And so I have 4 of them that are going to be rookies. And then I have the other 3 spots. So no point in running a whole draft whenever I have 3 spots. Maybe somebody else only has 1 spot they're looking to fill. Somebody else may have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 if they want to, depending on how they build their lineup. But you see how it wouldn't make sense to do a full-on draft like that. I have done auction leagues. I got a couple guys in this league who've done auction leagues and do auction leagues in baseball. So I will be using wisdom from Jason Prola and from Kirby. So those guys have all got experience with that stuff. So I'm going to pull from them as well as what I've done myself. Pro board sites where we're doing most of it. So www.gloryfantasy.proboards.com. So glory fantasy. So it's like for glory hole porn. That's pretty much what this is built for. Psych. All my leagues ended with glory up until now. So they just happened to. Long road to glory. Last chance for glory. I don't know how that associates with sports, but it did. It's not a Christian thing at all. But I love Jesus. All right. Rookie cost tree is posted on the site. Different thing. We generally in football, you'll see $200 is the auction cost. Well, because our rosters are double the size, a $400 budget is what our budget is going to be built off of. The budget will operate all year long. So there will be no, okay, I'm only keeping this many. So then you're trading all year long. There's no, if we make a designated off season, we can do that. It will probably be no holds barred, do what you need to do, fill in where you can fill in, and be as active as you want to be. If you want to trade guys all year long, kind of tweak things, you can do it all season long. This will be very, very active. We will do our rookie draft like within like a week or so, 2 weeks after the actual NFL draft. So you know what you're looking at right off the break, and then our following draft will be close to the season. Contract limits for 5 years, and then there will be buyouts. So if you have a crappy contract, say you have Ray Rice, and now you're looking at this Ray Rice situation like this dude's some doo-doo, and you have 2 years remaining on it, say it was a 4-year deal, and you gave him $50 2 years ago, which made complete sense 2 years ago, and you put it for 4 years because he was still only, 22, 23 years old, and you thought he's got plenty of miles left. And now he doesn't, and all he does is beat women, allegedly. Needless to say, you say, okay, this is a horrible contract. It's really hurting me. It's not giving me the flexibility I need. You have 25% buyout opportunity. So that means he's owed $50 million a year for the next 2 years. So in turn, that's $100 million. So 25% of that, you can buy it all out right now for $25. Done, off your books. He's off your roster. And now he will be eligible for, if it was during season, he'll be eligible for free agency. I believe we'll probably tweak that, and I'll make it very, very clear. And like I said, I haven't said this yet, but you guys know this. I'm always available to answer questions in regards to any of this stuff. I will be an absolute expert by the time this thing gets going. I'm studying a lot of stuff right now. The salary cap stuff that I posted on the site is pretty much a copy from a league that I love their system. There's only a couple things we're going to take out. We're going to use 80% of it. I think I posted that already. IRs. How many IR slots do we want? Are IR slots only limited to guys who have been put on IR for their team? Like Julio Jones, who last year went down like week 6 and then was put on the IR, not coming back. In this situation, if you put a player on the IR, I think you get 50% of their money back to you. So that's all active players you pick up in free agency. Their dollars will translate immediately. There's no buyout needed for guys with who are owed $6 or less. I don't think we're going to put a stipend on it. If it's 1 year contract, 2 year contract, 3 year contract, if they're less than $6, you can release them anytime you want with no penalty. So yeah, need to figure out IRs. Do we want only IRs that are dedicated to temporaries, in which they don't touch your budget, and then have set another IR set that's an end of season IR in which you get your money back? And then there's soft cap versus hard cap. Soft cap is we give you the flexibility, so you're making moves, you got a guy injured, you pick up a trade, whatever, yada, 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 you go over your $400 budget. Instead of just saying, oh no, the trade doesn't go through because it's over. No, you have until Sunday, until kickoff Sunday. I know we have games on Thursdays. I don't care about those games. If we limited things to Thursdays, it's going to be unrealistic. Things just aren't going to happen. If people abuse that and start to twist around and move things to make sure that they can get an extra player in, then I'll squash that real quick. Don't you worry. But if we're in a situation where people are going ahead and they are legit trying to make things happen by Sunday, 1 o'clock, you get under your $400, then you're good to go. 400 or below, you're fine. If for some reason you are over $400, if you're at $401 by kickoff on Sunday, that is a big fat L. You will be done. I will shut that week down. The other team you're playing, they get the win. No questions asked. So that it's either that or we can just do a hard cap where you can do something if it goes over your $400. I tend to like the flexibility of you doing what you need to do. But if we went over, the other idea for the soft cap is there's a luxury tax. That's what this current site does. But then they're charging people extra money, which means it gives winners incentive for winning without going into the luxury tax. And if people go into luxury tax and make things happen, by all means you can do it. You just have to pay out of pocket some extra bucks. Frankly, it's tough enough for me to get $25 out of you, Bamas. I'm not trying to have to chase you down for an extra $15, $20, $30 because you made some moves that put you into the luxury cap, into luxury tax. That's it for right now. Things we need to decide: IDP or DST, IR slots, hard cap, soft cap, and I guess we finalize league size. That's where we're at. We need to be moving quick. I need people signed on to the site and into the fantasy, so in the ESPN site, so we can get this thing all locked up. I'm available. I'll be reaching out to all you guys soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.